Skype. I don't see anything. It must be for the recording.
Or just for the person that clicks it on.
Maybe.
You know, like it's just for me, I guess.
Oh.
You know, do you remember a few years ago someone said every time or they had met me one time and they were surprised that I wasn't native because they thought we were saying Indy and Tasha instead of Andy and Tasha. The subtitles just said Indy and Tasha.
So you can see the subtitles? I don't see any subtitles.
I had to turn them on, and it's just basically speech to texting it.
Right. I'm going to shut them off now because they're kind of annoying, actually.
Yeah.
But I just thought
it might generally annoying unless you're watching a show where they don't enunciate, like The Walking Dead, or they don't look like
or
sure
a show
British, if it's a British show.
I was just gonna say sometimes a really British accent. I'm like, I don't know what I just said. Or like Peaky Blinders. I watched that on Netflix, and they not only is it super British accent, but like old timey kind of like some of it. And I'm like, I don't know what you just said. Like I don't.
Well, if you ever saw The Wire on HBO, you have to have subtitles on for that, or you'll never catch up.
Do they whisper a lot?
No, The Wire, for some reason, they use tons of words and verbiage that don't really, it doesn't make a ton of sense. It's all about kind of like behind the scenes, like, drug, inner city drugs and stuff. And they just have a lot of weird lingo. Just really weird lingo.
I know all the drug lingo.
I bet.
No, I don't.
So, show that's huge on Netflix right now. Are you done with it, Mitchell? Or have you finished it? Waco?
Yeah.
Guys, don't ruin it for me. I don't know what happens.
I'll give you a big clue.
It's based on a true story, guys. I know what happens.
the nice thing about it is it gives you a point of view from what they're going through and what they're thinking on the inside from, I mean, we all lived through it, at least I know Andy and I did, but I didn't know all the kind of inner workings of it, so it was kind of fun to see that side of it.
And it's based on it was based on a couple of books that were written about it. One by the FBI negotiator,
right, and one by
one of the books, and then one by a survivor. Yeah.
I was just going to ask if it was actually like made with corroboration from people that had been in the cults and all that, like to get the inside scoop.
It's really told more from their point of view,
right?
I mean, it takes a very anti-FBI, anti-ATF, which I don't think is probably inaccurate either, because they were a little out of control back in the early '90s. But
what was the name of their cult again? I'm blanking on
Branch Davidians.
Yeah, okay. I couldn't remember if they were the Branch Davidians or what was the cult called that drank the Kool-Aid and they thought they were going on Haley Bop or whatever.
That was Jim Jones, Jonestown.
Oh
no, that was
Jonestown. I thought they all like shot themselves.
No, that was
it was the one where they all wore white and they all went to bed in their bunk beds.
No, what are you talking about?
Yeah, those were the Haley Bop people.
Yeah, they were waiting for Haley Bop. But
they're not the only. That's not the only one. No, the Kool-Aid one was in Jonestown, Guyana.
Yeah,
they drank the Kool-Aid. It was actually Flavor Aid. It was like they couldn't even get real Kool-Aid.
That was a good one. I love watching that. Anything about that because that's crazy. I think there was 900 people who drank it.
And there was a shootout. Like a congressman was killed, and
it was intense at the end there.
Yeah. But the no, like the FBI claims that they set the fire.
The Haley Bop people.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was a different one. No, I can't remember what Jonestown was called. Like they had a name too, but
I mean, I guess if you live in some kind of a cult or compound, you're probably not going to make it out alive. Is the moral there? Every single one of them seems to end badly.
Yeah, well, and like that show Waco it's rather fascinating because it's painting a picture that was like it doesn't shy away from the negative stuff either. Like David Koresh was marrying underage girls, which was legal in Texas as long as they had parental permission, and he had convinced the parents that this is I'm taking the weight of this off of you so you don't have to worry about it anymore. And it was just like, oh,
but that's what he was also doing with like his friends' wives as well, which is just so strange that you could convince like all these people, including your friends, oh, I'm going to go ahead and take the burden of sex away from you.
But
like, what?
Yeah, but
well,
part of it was
how did they convince you to
yeah.
Yeah, that was a church cult, but it was a cult nonetheless.
Was that after Survivor, right?
Yes.
Okay.
No, it was before.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it was before.
See, I don't. If you would have stayed, you never would have been on Survivor, maybe.
Maybe.
But yeah, no, Waco it's worth the watch. It's just sad. I mean, it was just sort of a needless tragedy that was, like,
yeah.
I mean, they basically picked a fight and ended the fight, and and it took like 58 days or something like that, and
right, crazy.
Yeah, it was pretty messed up, but the series is quite good. All right, it is 7:23. Okay, the thing I saw last night.
Oh boy.
It isn't that exciting. It's just really out of the ordinary. Randomly, I'm leaving. My daughter and I were driving back we were riding on the bike trails. We parked up on the north end by the airport, and we're coming back, heading home on Cliff to get on I-90 to get on 229. And right at just past that Burger King where the Perkins used to be at Cliff and 220 and Cliff and I-90 there.
Yeah.
Is an emu. Just standing there looking at us.
Do you know what an emu is, Mitchell?
Yeah, it's like a llama.
It's like an ostrich.
It's a bird.
Oh, I thought it was a llama.
It's a large, I think, flightless bird.
That's an alpaca. That's like a llama.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. What did it escape from the zoo?
I don't know. I don't think so. I got a comment that I guess apparently someone near there owns an emu, and
like in their house.
Or I don't know if it's running around in the house, but
I kept making jokes this morning with Andy where I was like, I bet it's somebody's pet, and that's like a gateway exotic pet into getting a tiger. And so
do we have to go there?
That's the next thing.
This is like musical theater all over again. Okay.
Just saying.
Anyway, so there's an emu at Cliff and 90. I don't know if that's normal. I don't drive by there a lot, but
did you try to pet it?
There's an emu there. No. I mean, it was pretty much, okay, I'm going to stop in traffic here and take a picture because I have to, because it's a emu. Like, what the hell's an emu doing in the middle of town? I mean, it's kind of the edge of town.
They're native to Australia.
Yeah. Did you see any emus when you were in Australia, Mitchell?
No, we saw lots of kangaroos, but I don't think I saw an emu.
Okay.
Did you really see a lot of crocodiles and stuff down there too? Because they showed them a lot, like on B-roll footage. But I was curious.
I remember seeing a lot of crocodiles on B-roll.
Yeah, you didn't actually see them.
No, I think we saw like maybe one, but there was lots of kangaroos.
Okay.
Lots.
All right, it's 7:26. I know that was a big build-up for not a big payoff, but I mean, come on, it was an emu in the middle of town. Like, what the hell's an emu doing here?
It is weird.
7:26. 5 seconds cash is coming up. Somebody's winning $100 from Reliabank today. Hang on.